What else is on your mind?
I don't even there's so many I just have so many different random thoughts, and I don't know if you're like me, but when you're in the shower and you just have like so many random things going through your mind.
Ooh, we're back for another episode. I always love when we record.
Yes, I do too.
It always feels so good. And I'm like, and then most of the time, even though we're in two different locations, I feel like we're together.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I guess it's a beautiful power of video chatting.
It is. Today's technology. Oh, how far we've come.
I know. I guess we should do a little plug to Instagram because without them, it wouldn't be possible.
Thank you, Instagram. Thank you. Anyways, how have you been?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I've been good, but I have my sporadic moments, but I just think that's per usual. What about yourself?
I have been feeling good.
Good.
I have actually been feeling like really good. I wake up, I'm just gonna go through my day.
Oh, all right.
Actually, not a specific day, but most mornings I literally wake up, I stretch, I open the curtains around the house,
Hmm.
I'll spritz my plants so they have a little bit of extra water to them.
Yeah.
I do yoga. Excuse me, I don't do yoga. I just really lied. Um,
What do you do?
I do about 10 minutes of stretching every morning, and I do meditation,
Oh.
and I will pick a meditation um, that's under 10 minutes. So
Mm,
that way I don't feel too rushed in the morning, but I get a little bit of that, good energy and affirmations type of thing.
mhm.
So I take about 20 minutes in the morning between stretching and meditation, and I make breakfast. Of course, I brush my teeth and all that fun stuff.
You're really about to go through your whole day.
No, but like I literally, this is like how my mornings are now, and I really enjoy it
Oh, right.
because
Disclaimer for the people who might not have been tuning in is that she is newly a work from homer. So this is
yes, this is a new routine. This is my new routine. Like, for those of you who don't know, I used to have to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, which means I had to be up by 3 o'clock in the morning, which is asinine. Like, to wake up at 3, the spirits have just finished messing with you while you asleep.
Oh, geez.
Gosh, that's when you're supposed to get real rest. But no, it's just I just feel really good because that's how my days are starting.
Yeah.
Like I start my days off with the right tone and the rest of my day doesn't feel bad. Like I'm busy constantly at work because I'm like a call center. I
Mhm.
take phone calls in, I help troubleshoot issues for customers. I have to call my caseload of customers. Like I have like busy work to do all the time,
Yeah.
but I feel like for the fact that I can start my morning with a moment to myself, it allows my day to feel so much better. I've been feeling productive. I don't know. I
Well,
just been feeling good.
that's exciting because I know damn well I don't have time to barely get myself ready in the morning, let alone sit here and meditate for 20 minutes and stretch
Right.
and shit. That just
But
not
that's the
happening.
thing. I used to never be able to do that either. Like
Yeah.
I kid you not. But I don't know. It's just not, and I wake up like, I don't know. I'll wake up between 7 and 7:30 in the morning.
I'm already out the door on the train.
That's the difference. So that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I just been feeling good and y'all need to know it. Y'all just need to know how good I've been feeling. And for those of you who have been riding with us from the beginning, like you already know that's an immense difference from where I used to be and how I worked. Like I
Definitely.
was either going to work at 5 a.m., 8 a.m., or 12 p.m.
Yeah.
So inconsistent. I work the same hours every day I work. Thank you. Anyways, so yes, I've been doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad because it is always a pleasure to see that smile.
Oh, thank you. You try to butter me up over here. You gonna make me melt like a little chocolate bar, girl. You better stop it.
Yeah. do have some serious issues.
If I could count how many times you said that to me.
Oh, do I say that a lot? Maybe I do.
Yeah.
But, maybe there's some credibility in that, and maybe you really do have some
I
issues.
didn't say you were wrong. I was just asking if you knew how many times you say that to me, that's all.
Well, no, I do not, for the record. But
Okay.
anyways,
Yes. Yes.
I can't with you. But so on another note, before we get into the nitty-gritty of today's episode, I just
Nitty-gritty.
I have to update and share because per usual, I have to make sure that my little Amanda is proud of me.
That's a little Amanda. I'm ready.
And so you remember a few weeks ago, I was talking about how I'm working on being my personable self.
Oh, shoot.
So I was having a real struggling debate in my head the other day because that other event that I had told you about occurred
Mhm.
the other day. And I didn't really know anybody that was going. Obviously, I knew I was gonna know people who were gonna be there because like it's all people from like work, but
Right.
like not people that like I like talk to or whatever. So I was like, nah. I was like, eh, do I really want to go to this? Like I already
Yes,
had
yes.
dinner with this lady like a few weeks ago. So it's like I already said my, congrats on your retirement and stuff. And I was like, I didn't know anybody that was going, and if you know me, I hate going to, like, events and shit by myself, like, it's just so much
Mhm.
easier for me to go, like, when I'm with other people that, like, I know and I hang out with.
Right. You could talk to them if you don't have anyone else to talk to.
Exactly, because I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
god," it's like, "What if, like, no one's there that, like, I actually, like, talk to?" And, like, talking to people is a very hard thing for me, so just, like, walking up and starting a convo isn't, like, something I can do. Like, there's so many people there, I could have been like, "Oh my god, like, you're so and so," because you don't
Mhm.
really ever, like, see them or whatever.
Right. Oh gosh.
But after
Tell
my
me more.
long debate, I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Let me just walk by the place and, like, just see, like, what it looks like, and then at that point, like, I'll decide if I'm gonna go or not." So I I that's a big step, okay? I could have went the complete opposite way. So I walked by the place, and it was a good thing that it was outdoors, so I didn't have to, like, awkwardly, like, walk into a restaurant and, like, try to figure out, like, where I was going.
That's helpful.
So that was helpful, and so I walked by and I saw some people that, like, I knew there. So I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Let me just go say hi and, send my wishes again to her and whatever."
Just
Um
go say hi, huh?
Yeah, well, it turned out a little more than that. So I ended up getting a drink and I was there for probably like, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours.
Oh?
Yeah, and I was just kind of like mingling and like, some new people would like show up and whatever and I would just like there was a few awkward moments. I'm not going to sit here and act like a socialite.
Well, we're not
Um
perfect.
but overall, I did mingle with a lot of people and, uh I think it went okay overall. And there was
Wow.
some chick came up to me and she's like, "Are you Cassie?" And I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "Oh, you're the queen of the outreach department." And I was like, I mean,
The queen?
I was like, "You can put it that way, I guess, if you want to." But I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's me."
Not the I'm talking with the queen?
Yeah. But like this lady has like, I don't know. She's an interesting individual. Let me just say that.
The queen. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kinda weird, and I was like, I didn't know how to respond to that. I'm like, if I say yes, does that make me seem like I'm, like, I don't know, like, conceited? Or if I say, like, yes, like, I'm Cassie, like, not the queen?
Right.
I don't know. It was just, like, kinda weird, but
Yeah, that's a harder one to respond to. I definitely agree with you on that one.
yeah. So, I mean, I did just say yes, but, in my head, in, like, that split second, I was like, "How am I really supposed to answer that?" I was like, "Is that, like, a dig?" Or
Right.
because like, this lady, I don't ever really ever interact with her, but, like, I know who she is,
Mhm.
and you always well, I won't really, like, get into, like, too much, but, like, she has a lot of, like, work done and things of that nature, so
Gotcha.
I didn't really know and this probably just sounds, like, really bad, but, like, I didn't really know if she was, like, being, like, just, like, genuine or if it was just kind of like a, "Oh, like, are you the"
Like yeah,
I don't
like
know.
some type of like shade behind it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. It was a little weird, but overall, it went well. I stayed there for a long time. I mingled with people, and although sometimes awkward, it wasn't that bad.
Did you feel accomplished?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean, maybe, I guess, because I really wasn't gonna go.
Ah,
Just really wasn't. And then I was like, let me just walk by and see what happens. So
another proud moment.
I know
I'm
I'm
so
working
proud
on
of
it.
you.
No, I told you I'm working on this.
See, people, when you just speak and into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere and you manifest things, they become. Just
Mhm.
saying. We
Yeah.
didn't talk about you being personable last year. We didn't talk about you being personable at any time in your life until
No.
this year. And now look at the little socialite. She's the queen. The queen.
Jeez, please.
The queen is here,
Oh
guys. The
gosh.
queen.
No, no, no. None of that.
Oh,
But
God.
I mean, well, I also don't want to sit here and say like, "Oh, I'm gonna work on something," because like personable, for those of you that haven't listened, is my word of the year for
Mm.
2022. If you listen to our New Year's Eve episode, but
Ahem.
but I want to stand to what I say. So I know it's something
Right.
I need to work on, and I'm not going to be a better person if I don't, you know, become
Hey,
more
then
fun.
I'm doing good too with peace.
You surely are, Miss Meditation every morning.
Right. You must have inspired me with all your person abilities.
I guess,
That's
that's
even a
why
word.
it is today, okay? It is
Thank
today.
you. It is on this episode.
Yes. But and this is the first year that I've actually like given myself a word. So it's
Same.
kind of cool to like stick to it, I guess.
Yes, nice. Because you're remaining mindful of it.
Mhm. Definitely.
Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that. Sometimes I feel annoyed because I have to wait until a whole episode to even get to know what's going on, but I'm glad I know.
I mean, it's just not as fun if I have to tell this story to you like offline and then do it recording because then the people won't
No,
get the
sure.
same reaction.
No, sure. You're right. I'm not
So
that mad about it. I'm
I'm
very
good.
happy for you, though.
Well, thank you because
You're
that
welcome.
took a lot out of me, let me tell you.
I bet it did. She was like, I'm not talking to people for days.
Pretty much. Oh.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, what's the nitty gritty?
Um, the nitty-gritty, I don't even know where to start, really. There's, like, 2 things. Well, I guess you kind of go on the same page of the thoughts that I've been having lately.
Hmm.
So I found out last week, that this person that I worked with, at my last job down in Virginia, had passed away. And
Yikes.
when I
Mm.
was talking to somebody else that knows this person, and they were a lot closer, it finally came out to me that he had actually committed suicide.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, and, like, we
That's
weren't, like,
hard.
close or anything. We might have talked, like, 2 times since in, like, the past, like, 8 years, just like,
Hmm.
"Hey, how are you?" But, like, I've been thinking about that shit, like, every day just because it's so sad to me. Like, the most, like, life of the party, bubbly, like, giggity, like, giggly, like, whatever.
Did you say giggity?
I did.
I'm so sorry to change the tone, but you just threw me off.
I was going back and forth. I was like, "Am I gonna say" whatever.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, now you're making me second guess that if that's even a word, but it is today.
It is on Family Guy because that's what Quagmire says.
Oh, well, I don't watch that, so
Sorry.
But it was such a shock to me just because, I guess they always say, like, it's always, like, the ones that, like, you would never think of, like, that you have to really
Hmm.
check on and ask about because literally, like, the one who was always, like, you would hear their laugh, like, down the hallway, like,
Yep.
just so bubbly and just outgoing and
Vibrant.
out there, and I don't know, it's just so sad to me, like, I never would have even thought.
Guess.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it stick more and kind of hurt more, or like just be more in your mind because of it being so unexpected,
Yeah.
you know? And there's a difference of if he were to have the personality of someone who was, maybe like more negative minded, or, just not that upbeat,
Mhm.
uplifting type of energy.
Right.
If there were someone who was more negative, then it's not necessarily easier to deal with, but
Maybe not as
it's
much of a shock.
exactly, it's less of a shock. But, and it's hard too because it's just things were fine. I mean, yeah, you had a long period of time without really being like in contact with each other like that,
Yeah, like,
but it's just like, how do you not allow it to stick to you?
I don't know. That shit I just then the only way, like, I can explain it is, like, it's just so sad, like, because
Mhm.
like, for me personally, I've never, like, known anybody to to do that to themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, this is, like, the first, like, experience that, like, I'm going through. Like, obviously, it'd be different if, like, somebody I was, like, close with,
Mhm.
but, like, like, I knew this person, we worked together, like, everybody hung out and whatever, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, just, like, the weirdest thing to me, and it's just so sad, and, like, that's the
Mhm.
only thing I can, like, say about it is it's just so sad,
Wow. I
and, like
like I'm just speechless cuz what do you say, you know?
right. And, like, like, all these people are, like, posting things to, like, Facebook and stuff, and it's just kind of like, like, I feel like not about, like, this person, like, in general, but, like, it's just, like, making me think, like, generally, like, who am I not reaching out to enough, or who am I
Mhm.
not, like, saying the right things to that might really be struggling, because at the end of the day, you really don't know what people are going through.
You don't know.
And it just makes me want to, like, just, like, tell everybody that, like, I've ever known, like,
Mhm.
"You can get through this," like, whatever, but it's, like, realistically speaking, like, I can't just sit here and, like, message everybody, and half people won't even believe me that, like, like, friends from, like, high school and stuff, like, they'd be like, "Why are
Right.
you, like, messaging me?" You know?
Right. Like, "Girl, you want something?" Like, "No." Like, I really genuinely want to say this and feel this way.
Yeah, because that shit's just so sad, like, I don't wanna see that happen to anybody, to, like,
Right.
really just be in that headspace too, and, like, I don't know, like, how or, like, details or whatever, but just, like, I don't know.
Just in general. Yeah, because it's like you can you'll you'll never know. Like, there's some people who you can tell are on a slippery slope,
Mhm.
but you just don't fully know. You can live with someone and not know.
Right.
Like, just because you may see someone every day or talk to someone every day doesn't mean that you actually know what's happening.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it scary.
It is very scary.
Mhm. It
Like,
really is.
I can't even I don't know, but it's also, and that's why for May, how we've been talking about, like, mental health awareness and stuff, like, it's so important just because, who knows what kind of, like, resources or something could have, like, helped, or,
Right.
whatever.
Right. Or maybe that last trigger,
Yeah,
like, if that could have been avoided in some way, if that was the case.
right.
And by trigger, I mean like something that's triggering someone to do something or to feel a certain way, not necessarily like a weapon trigger,
Mhm. Yeah, no, exactly. So,
you know?
yeah, I don't know. That's just been really fucking with my mind, and, like, I don't even
Oh,
really there's motorcycles outside if you heard that, but, I don't know, I just really felt the need to talk about it because, like, even though, like, I didn't really, like, I wasn't, like, close with them, but it's just still just, like, that
yeah, but how many of us can
bothers me.
actually relate with that? A lot of us can. So I'm glad you shared that,
Right.
even though it's not, a good feeling to have and it's really saddening, but it's hard. It's really hard. And I think people need to be reminded that these things do happen and it doesn't always necessarily happen close to home, but someone who was a distant friend or distant coworker, regardless, like it still happens and it's going to hit us and it's going to hurt and it's going to be so unbelievable. Like I remember when one of my coworkers from when I worked at Stop and Shop had uh committed suicide.
Oh, really?
And I was so shocked. And it was just like, oh my gosh. And that person was someone who at times I know people made fun of,
Mm,
and but I like don't know what ultimately led to it. Was
mm,
it that? Possibly. Was it other stuff? Oh, I'm sure. But when I heard that that's what happened, I was feeling the same way as you. Like, I used to work with this person on a daily basis, and
mm.
this is what happened now. Like, what?
Yeah, shit's so sad.
Right. And it was just like, and then it makes you want to be curious, but not be curious. Like, what pushed them there? What got them to that point? Like,
Right.
was there anything I could have done to help them? And like, it's, it is a lot, and it's
Yeah.
really sad. So
You'll
I'm
never
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never really know, I guess, but it just really goes to show for anybody that is struggling in that sense, like, even people that you're not close with, like, you truly
Mm-hmm.
have, like, impacts on so many different people that, like, you just run into throughout your life, and it's like, you might feel alone or, you know, in just, like, a bad place, but that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean that someone doesn't care about you. You might not be close with somebody or whatever, but, like, it's still like, affects people, like, whoever you interact with and stuff, like, you
It
you
does.
change people's lives in some way, form, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely true.
So, I don't
We
know.
speaking all the good words today, honey. I like that.
I don't know, it really just, like, started making me think about, like, all these different things. I'm just kind of like, "Well, damn." And bringing it back to, like, me being personable and whatever, like, I might not be the nicest person to people, like, seeing me from, like, a distance or whatever, like,
Mm-hmm.
some people I forget who it is, I think it was Jessica, would always tell me that, like, she never wanted to be my friend 'cause, like, I just look like a bitch from, like, afar, but it's like when people, like, got to know me, like well, I'm assuming that people like me or else I wouldn't have any friends, and,
True.
now I'm just, like, thinking, like, how can I behave or, like, how can I act differently or what different things can, like, I say to people that, like, I might not even realize in the moment or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it could affect someone even if I'm not, like, close with them or whatever, like, maybe it's the one thing to, like, tip them over the edge or
It's
whatever the
true though.
case, so,
Sometimes that's all it takes.
yeah, I don't know, should
Like I
just
say, you don't know how someone's day is going.
no, you really
You
don't,
don't know what they've been through that day.
and, like, you hear that shit all the time, but I don't think it really has hit me until now.
Yeah, it's true. There needs to be more kindness in the world because once you're mean to someone and they
Mhm.
already had a bad day, that right there can just
It definitely
cause
can.
things to be over.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit's just on my mind, Amanda.
Ugh, what else is on your mind?
I don't even there's so many I just have so many different random thoughts, and I don't know if you're like me, but when you're in the shower and you just have, like, so many random things going through your mind, is this just me or is this you too?
So, no, this is actually a thing. Um,
Okay.
this is a people thing because, like a shower, being in the shower is like a form of meditation. So
Is that
your
like a
thoughts,
real thing, or is that just like an Amanda thing?
I, I'm like almost pretty certain it's a real thing. Like it's not me. Like people can meditate in the shower, but the shower is like a place where you just kind of unwind
Mm,
and all those thoughts that are going all over the place in your space of your brain just kind of things just start kind of coming up out of nowhere.
I sure do.
So I'm pretty sure it's a real thing and it's not just something I made up, but I definitely can say I I actually don't really have I feel like I don't have a lot of shower thoughts that actually stick with me for me to remember
Well,
that.
now you're gonna think about it next time you take a shower. I'm just saying.
Maybe I might forget by the time I get there, and I'm like, no, but like I really like the one shower thought that has like stuck with me for me to be able to remember. Yes, I had to dust it off because I was a little rusty on remembering
Mhm.
because it wasn't implemented in my life lately. But during like during the peak of COVID, like back in 2020,
Mhm.
um I will always remember I came home one day after work. I had to close that night. So I'm in the shower and it's like 11 at night. And I just randomly thought of this, like, I don't want to call it like a 7-day mantra, but it's just like like, I don't even, it's like a 7-day, like, movement, I guess, type of thing,
Mhm.
like a betterment movement. And
Gotcha.
it literally was motivated Monday, thrill seeking Tuesday, Wisen Up Wednesday, Therapeutic Thursday, Freestyle Friday, Strengthen Up Saturday, and Self Care Sunday. I just randomly like thought of this as like for self care and self health
Mhm.
because obviously during COVID, everything went to shit. Everybody was like off their rockers and just didn't know what to do with themselves. And it's just like I gave myself this 7-day breakdown on how I can apply self care or
Mhm.
self health to each day of the week.
That's exciting, and you've been doing it?
No.
Oh, bitch. I thought you were gonna
No.
go on this whole thing about like, "Oh, I've been doing it every day. It's so
So
great." Like, what the hell?
so the thing
What a
is,
mess.
so when I first came up with it, yes, it was a thing for me. It was a thing that sometimes I fell off, but most of the week I could get through. But it was like motivated Monday. Okay, do something on my to-do list. Do something that I've been wanting to be motivated to do. Just do one thing. Thrill seeking Tuesday. Tuesday, the second day of the week. Tuesdays are usually pretty boring. So thrill seeking Tuesday, like I would go for a hike with my cousins or do something that you enjoy because it's
Mhm.
thrill seeking, it's uplifting.
Yeah.
Wisen Up Wednesday. Take some time out of your day to read. Take some time out of your day to learn something new. Just being able to apply a little knowledge to your life.
Mhm.
Therapeutic Thursday. Do something therapeutic. Write, color, draw, like, just simple things. Freestyle Friday, that I would literally find anything to do because it's just sometimes not having a specific plan and being able to just go with the flow
Mhm.
is enough.
Yeah.
That's relaxation for some people. Freestyle Friday, do whatever the hell you want. And it's Friday. Most people who work Monday through Friday can't wait for Friday. Go out, turn up, do whatever it is that you want to do to just let loose and feel good.
Mhm.
Then strengthen up Saturday, do a little bit of exercise. You can get physically stronger. Do something that will make you mentally stronger. You could do some reading. You could go for a walk. Just little things. It doesn't necessarily have to be like physically lifting weights
Mhm.
for like a strengthen up Saturday. And then
Yeah.
self care Sunday. Everybody knows self care Sunday. Soak your feet, paint your nails, do your hair, read a book, relax, drink some chamomile tea. Just something to take care of yourself or
Mhm.
whatever it is that you do to take care of yourself. Embrace it
Yeah.
and make sure you make time for it for that day. So it's literally just devoting at least an hour, half hour, whatever your schedule allots
Mhm.
for you to just take a little bit of time of each day to apply yourself. So, um, I actually had a few people at work that were like, "Oh, can you text that to me so I can have that?" One person wanted me to print it out for them. Like, I had a few people that were very interested in it, and
Mhm.
I don't know how much of that they applied
Yeah.
to their lives. But during COVID, I felt like it was a good thing to have because everyone's just watching the news. How many more people are sick? This state is a like a red state, and
Mhm.
oh, the numbers are high over here. Like, focus on something else.
Right.
Focus on yourself for a second. Like,
Yeah.
just pay attention to yourself because being fearful and being scared is only going to get you so far in life. But if you at least take care of yourself, you're not going to be as badly impacted by other things. So
Yeah.
that was my thought around that, and that was, like, the only shower thought. that I feel like I truly remember.
The long ass thought, that's why.
No, I mean, it wasn't that bad. When I thought of it in the shower, it was really quick, you know? But then
Uh,
I put more thought into it afterwards, and
Gotcha.
it was a thing for a little bit, but,
Mm,
I probably should bring that back into, our lives as in, me,
power.
you, and our listeners and viewers, so,
Oh,
it's good to keep ourselves healthy. You know me,
yeah. No,
you know
definitely, and
me,
the
so
discipline is important too.
right, just hold ourselves accountable a little bit, and it's not really asking for much. It's literally nothing negative to your day
Mhm.
or anything that I think that someone would find to be inconvenient in their day.
Right. Yeah.
The
Well,
end.
your shower thoughts are a lot different than mine, let me tell you.
Clearly. What you thinking?
I don't know. I would probably like the complete opposite. You're all like bubbly, like positive over here, like thinking about ways to like better structure your days. And I'm
That
over
was during
here.
COVID. I was a different person. Don't act like I've had my moments of crying in the shower and falling apart,
I
but
was gonna say, okay, but it's still you, miss. I get up and stretch and meditate every morning.
that just started last week. Give me some time. You'll be there one day too.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, we'll see. But
So,
anywho,
anyways, what are you thinking? What are you thinking in the shower,
I love how
Cassie?
we're always on the same page. I don't know. I feel like I'm always like, I don't, my mind be wild sometimes. I just like,
Oh,
I don't know. I
really?
think I, I think I
Tell me
should.
more.
You're making it seem a lot more spicy than it's about to be. Oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't even really even know how to like explain it just because I feel like my thoughts just be like just so all over the place and they always like have me like on the verge of tears and then I'm just kind of like, hold on, bitch. Like, what are you doing? And like, where did we even come to this thought in the first place? Like, I couldn't even tell you what I was thinking about, but it like twisted into something relating to like my dad and like, wanting to like talk to him about like life and like would he be, I don't know, like kind of like okay with like where I am in life or like his perspective on like certain things. And obviously I can't have that conversation and like I never asked him like certain things about, like what is his like perfect life or, like what do you think about this or whatever. And then
Mhm.
it just like spun into thinking about the last like words that he told me of like, sometimes you just can't fight anymore and like all this kind of stuff and I caught myself and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, where's this coming from? It's like, why am I like sitting here holding on to like these sad ass thoughts? Like that is not the mood that like
Oh
I'm
my
trying
gosh.
to be in. And I'm just like, it had me thinking. I was like, I feel like I should bring this up on the podcast. I was like, maybe there's like something going on in my head that like I just need to let it out or like I don't know. But I'm like, do other people have just like some random ass like thoughts? And like maybe because like I'm in the shower and I just feel like it's the most appropriate place to like cry or something. I don't know.
No one could tell I cried. My face is already wet.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like such
Um,
a hot ass mess over here.
I don't know, but you make me feel like I'm a fucking fairy and I'm over here living on cloud nine.
That's what it
Oh,
sounds like. I don't know. I just be having some like dark ass thoughts. I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've definitely had thoughts, that are just thoughts that I feel like I shouldn't be having
Hmm.
because they're just like too sad or so random.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like I really have those thoughts in the shower, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Also, like, too, like, why? Like, I don't know. Maybe because like, I'm actually, like, not, like,
it's your most vulnerable place. It is, though.
I don't know. Well, because like, you get distracted, like, everywhere else,
You
like,
do,
watching
though.
TV or, like, cooking or cleaning or,
That's why I said meditation in the shower.
so, I mean, I guess maybe that really is, like, a thing. I don't know.
Just saying. Do I
I
need
don't
to look it up right now? Because I'll look it up right now.
know. I mean, I guess
Just,
you can if you
yeah,
want to,
no,
but
I'm going to look it up.
it could just be, like, bathrooms in general, but, like, I don't have those thoughts for, like, other things.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I just sometimes I feel like I'm a hot mess because I've been having a lot of like these random thoughts about my dad lately, and I don't really know why. And I try to fight it so hard because I don't want to think about it.
Hmm. Shower meditation is also known as waterfall meditation, mind cleansing, and water meditation.
So it's a thing.
It washes away stress, tension, and anxiety within your body.
Does it though? I don't know. I guess maybe.
So maybe because of it, like I said, the thoughts mix around in your brain and stuff like that when you're meditating, and things that are you have like this stack of thoughts, right? Like a stack of papers, like a whole
Mhm.
bunch of files. And once you meditate, you're like relieving pressure. So now your papers are just flying up, and oh, here comes this thought. Oh, and here comes that thought. Oh, and here comes this thought. And it's just releasing your thoughts. So that way you're like, it's actually coming to the forefront of your mind because you're not distracted by anything at the time.
Mm.
Because if you're in the middle of cooking and this thought tries to come, oh, nope, sorry, can't come up. I need to remember what ingredients next. All right, let me jump to that. Like it doesn't, you don't you're not giving your mind that space to let go of that thought
Mhm.
because you're too busy doing everything else. So maybe that's just something that was coming up to the forefront. You actually took a moment
Mm.
to think about it, but you didn't even give yourself the opportunity to fully think about it because you stopped and questioned yourself. So
I
that
sure did. I started
that
thinking about the podcast.
so that archive probably fell back into the pile.
Oh
So when you think
man.
about it again, that's the whole like that's the main thing I feel like in meditation that you have to learn how to do is when you have a thought, you let it happen and
Mm.
just process the whole thought. And then once you're done with it, you let it go. And then you're on to whatever.
Interesting. Well, for those of you I don't meditate, so this is all new to me.
She don't meditate or go to therapy. So I was just
Don't. I don't. But maybe this is
not that it's a
maybe
bad thing. It's not
but
a bad thing.
you're
I'm just
trying to
saying
tell me something.
no, I'm just saying you got a lot of thoughts, so, there's different
I
avenues to let
do.
some of them go.
That
To
should be heavy as hell.
I bet your head must feel like a ton of bricks. Doot, 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 doot.
Oh man. I don't know. But I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who has, well, mine might be a little more deep than others, but
Try to say my thoughts ain't deep? No, playing.
no, they certainly are.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, man. Just random ass thoughts that I'd be having. I really had to share.
I'm sure that's the thing too with us being a part of that, you know, have lost a loved one type of ordeal.
Mm.
Shower thoughts come about regardless, but those types of thoughts you had, I'm sure like most of us can relate, especially those of us who have lost someone close.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, I didn't get to ask them. Wait, I didn't even know how they feel about,
Yeah. That
you
one's been on
know,
my mind heavy.
see? And you finally allowed yourself to just kind of sit there and think about it for a moment.
Yeah, but it's like, what's the point? Because like I still like I can't resolve it.
Does there have to
I'm
be a reason behind everything? Maybe your father was
always
talking to you.
I don't know.
Just saying.
I don't know, guys. If you have the answers, let me know. Because
Right, because you know who don't got the answers.
your girl is very confused over here.
Wow, you got any more shower thoughts to share with us, Cassie? Getting filthy over here sharing your shower thoughts.
Oh, my audio just disappeared for a minute. I'm back.
Okay, that's a sign. We better wrap this one up.
I guess so.
Too much of the dirty shower thoughts. This is like censorship.
Well, on that note, I hope that you guys enjoyed this weird episode.
Oh my gosh, it's one of our loveliest, like the rest of them.
Yes,
Oh.
indeed it is.
Well, we thank you for listening. We thank you for laughing with us because we know you always get a good laugh with the two of us. It never fails.
I'm sure you did in this one. Like,
And don't forget to follow us.
mm.
Instagram, YouTubes,
That why are
Facebook.
you pluraling that?
I did. I just gave a YouTube's or NMS, and that's because we're on two different YouTube pages on YouTube. So,
Oh, go ahead, give him a shout out. Go for it.
okay, we have Rhode Island Broadcasting, who also promotes our episodes on Thursday afternoons.
Thank you, thank you.
So if for some odd reason you miss us on our page when we release our episodes, you also have another location to find us.
Yes, because I also have a lot of other cool things too, so make sure you
They
go
really
check
do.
them out.
Yeah, you should definitely check them out because they have an array of options of things for you to watch. So
Mhm.
it kind of hits stuff for people of all different genres of things that they like. So you should
Yeah,
definitely check out Rhode Island Broadcasting.
for sure.
For sure. Well, anywho, thank you for spending some more of your time with your girls. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we definitely look forward to talking to you on the next one.
We sure do. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.